The room still smells like her perfume, soft, floral, deceitful. She's lying on the floor, eyes open, as if waiting for me to explain. I don't touch her. I just stand there, listening to the clock, each tick louder than the last. Outside, the world keeps moving. Cars pass. A dog barks. Somewhere, someone laughs. But inside this room, time has already stopped. Her phone keeps lighting up. Where are you? I almost answer. Almost. But the truth is heavier than sound. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I only wanted her to stop lying, to look at me, really look. But anger has its own rhythm, and before I could stop it, silence filled the space where her voice used to be. Now, all that's left is the hum of guilt and her perfume, still pretending she's alive. They called it a domestic tragedy. That's what the news said, like the word tragedy could bleach the blood from the floor. Detectives came in pairs, careful, rehearsed. They asked the usual things: when I last saw her, what we fought about, if she had enemies. I said what they wanted to hear, softly, steadily, like someone who's been broken, not someone who broke. They took notes. They didn't notice the small details, how the photo frame on the shelf was turned backward, how her cup was missing from the sink. But I did, because I'd put it there. I replayed my words after they left, editing them in my head like a script. Every pause mattered. Every sigh was a sentence. In the mirror, I saw what they saw, a grieving man. But beneath the surface, something colder pulsed. Relief, control, a calm that felt almost holy. Days turned into static. Messages, condolences, whispers, all blending into one long, meaningless hum. I tried to live normally. I cooked, slept, answered questions. But guilt doesn't rest. It lingers, shapeless, until something ordinary cracks. It happened at the grocery store. A woman behind me wore the same scent as her. I froze. My pulse quickened. For a second, I saw her reflection in the freezer glass. Her eyes, accusing, familiar. Since then, I hear her everywhere. In the faucet dripping at night. In the shuffle of footsteps behind my door. Even in my own voice, when I lie. I thought I buried the truth, but it's leaking through the cracks, into every dream, every quiet moment. And now the detective is back. He's polite, but his eyes linger too long on the details I forgot to erase. He mentions fingerprints, a missing earring, a neighbor's story that doesn't fit. I nod, composed. But inside, the walls are tightening. Every question he asks sounds like a confession I haven't made, yet. The moment came quietly, not like in films. No sirens, no screaming, just a sound. A faint click. Her old phone unlocking on the detective's desk. He'd found it in a drawer I forgot to clean. He looked at me like he already knew. And in that pause, the world tilted. He played the last recording. My voice, hers. A single argument frozen in digital eternity. You don't get to walk away from this, I'd said. Her silence was the answer. Then, the sound. A thud. The kind that doesn't stop echoing. The detective didn't speak. He didn't need to. I could see the shift, from suspicion to certainty. I didn't plead, didn't justify. Just watched him slide the evidence across the table like a final judgment. The thing about guilt is, it doesn't roar, it whispers, softly, constantly, until it rewrites your pulse. That night, I sat in my car outside the station for hours. The rain washed nothing away. In the reflection of the windshield, she was still there, smiling, waiting. And I realized the truth. She never left. She just changed rooms. They arrested me 2 days later. No chase, no cuffs in the street, just quiet compliance. The detective read the charges slowly, almost gently, like he pitied me. But I wasn't the one who needed pity. He hadn't seen what love looks like when it rots. In the interrogation room, he asked why. I told him I didn't know. But that was a lie. It breathes beside you. He said, "You could have walked away." I smiled. So could she. That silence after, it was colder than any cell I'd ever sit in. Justice didn't find me. I handed myself to it, piece by piece, every night since the moment she fell. Prison isn't punishment, it's memory with walls. Every sound here reminds me of her. Footsteps, whispers, the scrape of metal. Each one a heartbeat I can't silence. They call me calm. They say I've accepted what I did. But they don't understand. I never killed her out of hate. I killed the part of me that couldn't bear losing her. Sometimes, late at night, I hear her hum through the pipes. It doesn't. It settles, like dust on glass. You stop noticing it, but it never leaves. When the lights go out, I whisper her name once. Not out of regret, not out of love, just to remind myself what silence costs. Justice was never about mercy. It was about remembering who made the silence, and who couldn't live without it.